What's up, everyone? Mitch Sadowsky here at Coastal Performance. We're going to give you your Do Your 20, where we're going to focus on some shoulder stuff today. Why shoulders? Well, if we have shoulder injuries, like mine, okay, sometimes we lose movement, we lose mobility around that side of the joint, but it's not just the joint mobility, it's everything around it. So we're going to give you some things to do to help work that shoulder, but also get in a 20-minute workout, which we're going to start right now. So I'm going to start standing. I'm going to bring my rib cage down. We all know the shoulder cars. So I'm going to tighten my glutes, bring my hand on my rib cage just to bring the rib cage down. I'm going to come up to where that shoulder stops, turn the hand back through, then I'm going to reverse, lifting back, coming down, and we're going to change the next one just a hair. So now I'm going to come down across my body, come up, across, turn, reverse, and then same thing on the other side. Make sure that rib cage stays down, glutes stay tight. I'm going to lift, come across, turn back, reach back, come across. If while you're doing these you feel a little bit of a pinch while you're turning, that's fine. Just drop underneath to where it does not hurt. We don't want to push through pain. Good. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to get down to the floor. We're going to do a quadruped T-spine rotation. So I'm going to start on my funky side. I'm going to go elbow underneath, elbow to the ceiling. We're going to do 8 of these. And we'll switch sides. So you can notice how I've got a little bit of a difference between my right and my left. And that's fine. We just know where we need to work a little bit on getting a little bit more mobility. A lot of times the body's going to take mobility away from an area, create a little bit of rigidity so that we don't move and don't re-injure it. But what we want to do is provide still some strength and stability around the right mobility patterns so that the injury can actually help heal itself. Okay, next I'm going to do a prone floor slide. So I'm going to go down to my belly, head on the floor, and I'm going to reach as far forward as I can with my hands. I'm going to drop back, lift, slide back forward. We're going to do this 10 times. And what this is doing is help getting me into a safe overhead position and then getting my scaps to retract the way they should. A couple more here. One more. Good. So I'm going to press myself back up. We're going to go out into a walkout to a down dog, a little bit of a yoga move here. And we're going to create a little bit of controlled scap retraction at the bottom. So I'm going to start feet about shoulder width apart. What I would like is to be able to get down and touch your toes, keeping your knees straight. If you can't, that's fine. Go as far as you can. If you need to bend, then just tiptoe your hands out. Hold, retract, press back, walk your hands back, stand up, go back, walk your hands out, retract, press, try to flatten out, drop the heels to the floor, come back, walk your hands back, come back up. We'll do this 3 more times. Give us a nice 5, retract, press back, flatten out, come back forward, walk your hands back. 2 more. And we'll do this 1 more. Good. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the wall. We're going to do a wall hinge with shoulder flexion. This is going to help get us into a better overhead position. So I'm going to go hands on the wall, feet about shoulder width apart. I'm going to press away from the wall. Then I'm going to lift my hands off the wall, stand up, come back down. Abs tight, rib cage down, hinge back, head neutral, lift off the wall, stand up, hands back. Rib cage down, hinge back, hold for a second, lift, stand up. We'll do 3 more. Push away, spine neutral, lift, come back, hinge back, lift off, stand up. And when we stand up, we want to make sure the rib cage stays down. We're not allowing that big extension. We're just going to get that good overhead. So let's do 1 more here. Press, rib cage stays tight, lift, come back. Okay, so we got 5 and 5, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. We're going to do that 1 more time. So we're going to go 5 walkouts, 2 scap, press back, walk our hands back, back down, walk forward, retract, press hands back. The shoulders should be getting a nice good workout here already, loosening up. Two more. And last one. And back to the wall. We're going to do 5 against the wall here. Rib cage down. Press away. Lift. Stand up. Press away. Head neutral, lift. Stand up. 3 more. Hinge away. Lift. Stand up. 2 more. Press. Lift. Stand up. Last one. Push away from the wall. Lift. Stand up. Good. Whew. Yeah, shoulders feeling good here. All right, next we're going to go into a kettlebell arm bar. If you don't have a kettlebell, that's fine. A dumbbell will work. I just like kettlebells for these because of the offset load and the rotator cuff engagement. So I'm going to start on my funky side again, my left side. And I just have a light 8 kilo bell here. You can do what you can control. So I'm not going to go super heavy on this. I'm going to roll to my back first, and I'm going to use both hands to press. From here, I'm going to bring 1 foot in, so the arm that's up is the knee that's up. Leg goes out straight, arm comes back. I'm going to push over, and then bring my top knee over. And I'm just going to kind of sit here. And I'm going to let the bell help stabilize my shoulder. With the down arm, I want to make sure that that is in line with my spine, so I don't want it to be out in front of me. I'm just going to go here and rest my head on it. Breathe. And then as that gets more comfortable, I'm going to just add in a couple of rotations. And I'm going to hold. I'm going to roll onto my back. Safely bring the bell down, roll, bring it around, and we'll go 1 more time on the other side. So roll, press, leg goes out, arm goes back, bring that knee over right away, adjust the top arm, hold and settle in. We'll give a couple of rotations here. After that, you can kind of see that arm jumping around with the kettlebell, and that's fine. I'm just going to let it stabilize. And then to bring it down, I'll roll back to my back, bring this bell down, roll it, dump it on the floor. So after the arm bars, I'm going to do a half kneeling kettlebell halo. So I think the halo is a great shoulder mobility exercise. We kind of get lost. So I'm going to give you a couple of really easy tips to get that halo dialed in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 4 parts of our building, the walls, the floors, the ceiling. So I'm going to dump the bell so it faces the wall, and my arms form a 90-degree angle. I'm then going to take the bell around my head so it faces the floor. I'll bring it around so it faces the wall, face the ceiling. Now we're going to reverse that. Wall, floor, wall, ceiling. So that's 1. We're going to do 3 times. Nice and slow, good range of motion. Keep the bell tight into the head. And as I'm doing this, so that's 3, I'm going to switch knees. I'm going to keep the down glute nice and tight. My abs, again, are pulled down to the floor. I'm going to try to bring my bottom ribs into the waistband of my shorts. Good. So from here, we're going to go through this one more time. We're going to add 1 layer in with the arm bar to create a little bit more T-spine mobility. So again, when we pick up the kettlebell off the floor, we're going to roll to our side, pull the bell in, roll, press, take the arm and leg out, press through this leg, roll onto my back, roll onto my side.
Bring the arm out and hang out here. Once this feels pretty stable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my top leg and I'm going to straighten it out. Now I'm going to give a couple of pulses and some breaths. Roll back, pulse forward. And bring my arm back, or my leg back up, roll onto my back, and switch sides.
So if it's your first time doing an arm bar, you don't have to go into the T-spine opener, that second part like we did. If you want to and you have a light enough bell that you can control, go for it. If you have a heavier bell, but still is manageable, it's probably good to have a spotter with you. And they don't have to keep 6 feet apart. You want them right on the bell. So we'll have to come out of social distancing. So, leg out. Notice when we do this, I don't want that arm to come down. I'm going to keep the arm straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to move the rest of my body around so we're getting that nice open T-spine. Come back up, roll to my back, bell safely down, roll to the side. Okay, so we're going to go through halos one more time. So again, knee up, knee down, glutes tight, abs pulled down. We're going to go wall, floor, wall, ceiling, wall, floor, wall, ceiling. Here's 1. 2. 3. We'll switch sides. Wall, floor, wall, ceiling, wall, floor, wall, ceiling. Here's 1. 2, and we don't want a whole lot of wandering around, so that's why I'm in that half kneel to help create a little bit more stability through my lower body. So we got a lot of T-spine mobility. Now I want to continue to reinforce that with good core stability and glute strength to help lock in that new mobility. All right, next thing we're going to go to is a half kneeling iso press. We're going to follow that up with a bag drag through. So again, if you just have one light kettlebell, you can do the drag throughs with the bell. If you have a bag or a backpack, you can do them with one as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the bell up to about shoulder height, and I'm going to press up, and I'm going to hold. I'm going to use my hand to make sure my ribs don't flare open. Make sure that glute stays tight. We're going to iso hold this for about 15 seconds. After 15, we're going to switch sides. So, knee up. I'm going to bring this bell right into the front rack. I'm going to press halfway. I'm going to have a good grip on the handle. We don't want that extended and balanced. We want to keep everything in line through the shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, so we're going to go through a drag through. First one I'm going to do with the kettlebell if that's all you have, and then next set we'll go to the bag. So I'm going to get to a plank position. Feet are going to go slightly out, glutes are going to go tight, and I'm going to take the bell and I'm going to drag it through. We'll go 10 times each side. There's 2, 3, 4, 4. There we go. Falling bells. One more. Cool. We'll come down. Shake the arms out a little bit. We're going to go through this one more time. So we'll get the bell. Use 2 hands. Safely get into that rack position. Press halfway. We're going to count to 15. Again, glutes tight, abs tight, rib cage down. Keep that bell up. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll bring that bell down. Make sure you use both hands. Set it down. Switch feet. Bring it to the front rack position and press. So with some shoulder instability, you'll know because that bell is going to start to oscillate with the shoulder and vibrate, and that's fine. Squeeze a little bit harder, maybe press up a little bit higher, maybe bring it down a little bit. Just kind of find that position where you can control the bell. We don't have that uncontrolled movement. A little bit of variation from one side to the other, especially if you have one good side, one funky side. If you have a shoulder injury, either diagnosed or undiagnosed, you just know there's some pain on one side, that's fine. One side can go longer. If this side feels great at 15, this side feels great at 10, that's cool. Shut it off where you start to lose control. So next one, I'm going to do the drag throughs with the bag. Same idea, just different implement. You can use a backpack at home. Duffel bags work really well. You can fill them with rocks. Cats, if you like moving objects. No, do not put your cat in here. All right, so we'll do 10 of these. We're going to drag through 1, 2, 3. We're going to make sure as we're dragging through, we don't want the rest of the body to move. We want to create a good, stable core and nice, strong, bulletproof shoulders. I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest for a sec. Shake the arms out, shake the shoulders out. We're going to go through one more time. So this one I'm going to start on the fun side. We'll bring this up, set the bell. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can get a little glass of water, put it right there, balance it on top. Good. I'm starting to get a little fried in that shoulder, so I'm going to stop before I get to 15, because I always want to make sure that quality is the priority on an exercise. Right side is pretty easy, so we'll go for 15 on this one. That's probably 15. Cool. I'm going to set the bell back there, and I'll do the bag drags because I like these. Feet wide, hands under shoulders, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. Last one, 10. 10, good. Shake those arms out. All right, last couple things we're going to do. We're going to do an eccentric push-up. We're going to follow that up with a loaded dead bug. So we're going to use the bag again, or your backpack, duffel, whatever, for the dead bugs. Eccentric push-up. We're going to work just on the way down. So I'm going to start push-up position, hands under shoulders. A lot of time you'll see people go out to get away from pain, but that's mostly on the way up. I'm going to control the way down slowly until I hit the floor. Then I'm going to roll back up to my knees, set my plank position, and again, slowly creating stability on the way down. Come back up, reset, glutes tight, abs tight. On the way down. Okay, so we'll do 3. You can go 3, 5, however long you can go until you start to lose control or shake, because we always want to make sure the form is good. Now we're going to get into our loaded dead bugs. So I'm going to go to my back. I'm going to grab the bag, press straight up, have a little tension on the handles, bring my knees up off the floor with my feet at 90 degrees. And I'm going to go left leg out, right foot back. I'm going to alternate. 2. 4. 6. 7. 8, 9, and 10. Come back up, dump the bag, and I'll sit up. And we'll just rest for a sec. We're going to go through this one more time. But you can really go through these as much as you would like. This is more of a work capacity drill, so we'll start to see where we start to lose quality. Glutes tight, abs tight, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up, reset. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do 5 this time. Reset, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to our dead bugs. Grab the bag. Set the bag up overhead. Make sure the abs are tight, rib cage tucked down, feet up. Two, three. So a lot of times with this, getting to the overhead position loaded can cause some irritation. If that happens, just don't go as far out. You don't have to worry too much because we are dealing with an injury. You don't have to go all the way through pain. You just want to go to where you can control the bag. That probably is good for 10. All right, we got one more. Again, last one, we're going to go to technical control. So if you really start to feel fatigue, again, my left shoulder, if I feel fatigue, I'm stopping, don't want to get any bad patterns, at least no worse than what we already have. And we'll go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's our last set, so I'm going to go 2 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last set of dead bugs. So one of the reasons why I like dead bugs and loaded dead bugs so much is it's a regressed crawling pattern. So we get nice good core strength. It's the same thing as a bird dog, just on our back. And it unloads the shoulders. So by adding the bag, we create a different loading pattern. And we force the body to create a better stability strategy overhead. We'll do one more each. That feels like 10. And we're done with those. If you want to add in one last thing, we're just going to do some crawling, which I love. So for this is just a baby crawl. Hand cross crawl pattern. And then backwards. And if you really want to smoke yourself, we'll go bear crawl. So knees elevated, crawling forward, no spinal movement, and backwards. Give those a try. Do your 20.